We, as Yellowstone fans, have been on edge ever since the announcement that Season 5 Part 2 will mark the final season of the hit show. However, there may still be hope for the story to continue. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, it was announced that the show would indeed continue with its sixth season, as Rip and Beth will take the stage as leads. Now, however, the conflicting news suggests that there is still confusion about the future of the show. The good news is that the prominent cast members push for more seasons of the series, while Taylor Sheridan seems to be the one who wants to wrap the story up. In a recent interview, Hauser talked about the sixth season of the show as a possibility, though his enthusiasm to continue the series was very obvious in his remarks. Hauser was asked about a potential spin-off or future projects related to Yellowstone. His response was clear: "Let's do it." We know that Hauser has been a fan favorite since the beginning, portraying the rugged and loyal Rip Wheeler. When asked about a potential continuation, he expressed a strong desire to keep the story going, saying, "I don't make the decisions, brother. I'm a hired gun. Would I like a spin-off? Yeah. It's been a pleasure working with this cast, with Taylor Sheridan. Why would we stop a good thing? Yeah, pen it and let's do it." This enthusiasm from Hauser has sparked hope among fans who have been devastated by the departure of series lead Kevin Costner. But honestly, before him, Paramount was the one that leaked the information that Yellowstone was going to continue with its sixth season. I mean, it's been only a couple of weeks since I covered that news on my channel. You can check that video out for details. You guys also remember the news, right? I'm not losing my mind here. Honestly, I'm baffled that there are still so many conflicting news, remarks, leaks, and rumors on the future of the show. I mean, how hard can it be to decide whether there will be a sixth season of Yellowstone or not, right? Based on the news, we may assume that the potential future of Yellowstone may rest in the hands of Rip and Beth. Reilly herself also acknowledged that while Yellowstone as we know it is ending, she is open to exploring more of her character's story if Sheridan decides to write it. "There's potentially another chapter," Reilly told Entertainment Weekly. "Nothing is set in stone, but if Taylor wants to write it, I would want to do it. That's it, because he's the one that's written every single line I've ever said." Okay, so she refers to Yellowstone as a show that is ending. This means that Yellowstone Season 5 Part 2 will be the end of the show. But what about those news that supposedly confirmed the sixth season of the show? What was that about? Plus, it seems like Reilly is also enthusiastic to continue the series. So, if both Reilly and Hauser are willing to continue Yellowstone as the future of the show, where is the problem causing from? Did you notice a common reference in the two's remarks? They both mentioned Sheridan and underlined if he would write, they would participate. To me, this means that Sheridan is the one who is still indecisive about Yellowstone's future. He is already notorious for his slow writing when it comes to Yellowstone. We all know that he got bored with the show and prefer other series to it. So I'm not surprised that he is dragging his feet when it comes to renewing the show for one more season. Do you think Sheridan is the problem here? Let me know what you think of him in the comments below. While we are eagerly awaiting news of a potential Rip and Beth spin-off, or a Yellowstone Season 6 with the couple leading it, there are other developments that suggest the Yellowstone universe will continue to expand. Paramount has announced a spin-off titled The Madison, which was previously referred to as 2024. Originally, there were rumors that Matthew McConaughey might lead the new series and possibly even bring in some of the existing Dutton Ranch characters. While McConaughey was enthusiastic about working with Sheridan, the current direction of The Madison seems to be a departure from the original Yellowstone storyline, focusing instead on new characters played by Michelle Pfeiffer, Patrick J. Adams, Kurt Russell, and Matthew Fox. The Madison is described as a heartfelt study of grief and human connection, set in the Madison River Valley of central Montana, which shifts the focus away from the familiar landscape of the Dutton Ranch. While this may feel like a new direction for the franchise, it leaves open the possibility for future spin-offs centered on characters like Rip and Beth, or even other Dutton family members. The sad thing is, Hauser and Reilly are truly the fans of the show and genuinely want to participate in it as long as it continues. For Hauser, the experience of working on Yellowstone has been particularly special, especially in a role that allows him to connect with nature. "I have the greatest office in the world," Hauser shared with Cigar Aficionado. "I get to go out in nature, ride a horse, chase cows, cut rope, rain at times. It's a very special role. At the same time, too, I kind of kick myself, remind myself, this is about as good as it gets." I know that a lot of us have always been drawn to Rip's character for his complex combination of toughness and vulnerability. Hauser said that Rip's appeal comes from his authenticity. He's honest, he's loyal, as insane as he can be at times. He has a great heart. the simplicity of life, the understanding of nature. You don't get to see real American men this way anymore. With Rip and Beth being the most loved couple on the show, the idea of a spin-off focused on them is especially appealing to me, and I believe I'm not alone in this sentiment. Their chemistry, along with the scenic backdrop of the Dutton Ranch, has been one of the central attractions of Yellowstone. Thus, I feel like Reilly and Hauser's interest in continuing their characters' stories may be the best chance for us to hold on to that dynamic. Otherwise, I doubt anyone will care that much about the Madison or any other Yellowstone show. Do you care about the Madison? Can't wait to hear your thoughts about the new spin-off. For more updates on the Yellowstone universe, make sure to like and follow. Click the video on the screen to see what's next in Yellowstone.